Welcome back to Upstate Medical University Arena. Gino Antamarino here. Lehigh Valley up 1-0 over Syracuse. And off the defensive zone faceoff, Syracuse comes away with it. Out toward center ice, the puck goes with 3:54 left to go in the first period. Lehigh Valley controls off an errant pass over the blue line. Gardner has it up to the near point. A drive into the glove of Halverson, who hangs on. Great shot from Ginning. Right into the trapper. Halverson elects for a breakage. Stop into Tully's Good Times restaurant and check out the great selection, including pasta, seafood, salads, burgers, deli sandwiches, and homemade desserts. There's something for everyone. And don't forget about the tenders. Tully's Good Times, home of the best chicken tenders on earth. 3:46 left to go in the first period. 1-0 Lehigh Valley in front. The goal belonged to Alexei Legendrin off the assist from Rodrigo Abels. Defensive zone face-off for the Crunch. They try and clear it out toward center ice. They do. But Lehigh Valley sends it right back in. Syracuse has to break it out. Wolcott along the far wing. Passes through traffic. Pinballs to Fortier's stick at center ice. Back to Walford. Long to Finley on the blue line. Chips it in deep. Abel's the first player on it for Lehigh Valley. Slings it up to the near boards for Eklund. Out towards center ice and into the Crunch zone. Gendron has it. Gets into a tie-up with Bisson. Lehigh Valley controls. Far point a shot into the glove of Halverson yet again. Shot from Belpedio. Excellent shot, too, because Walcott was right there to get in the shooting lane. But Belpedio navigated that and got a shot on goal. Halverson making it look like a routine stop as well. Not a whole lot of action for the Syracuse offense as well. Just 4 shots on goal. Similar to last night, where Syracuse got the win over the Senators, but had just 5 shots in the first period. Syracuse controls off the defensive zone faceoff. Plays it into the far corner. In Lehigh Valley's end, Groshev has it behind the net. Pass in front for Edmonds off his stick and out towards the near hashes. Groshev right there to cycle it down low. Works its way onto the stick of Wisdom. Centers it to Denoye. Gets it out of harm's way and into the Crunch end. Denoye spins away from pressure. Throws it to the front of the net. Just misses wide of that left post. Into the corner. 3-on-2 battle. Crunch outnumbering the Phantoms. Out towards the near point. Andre slides it across for Grans. A shot, and he scores! Helge Grans with the bullet from the far point. Beats Halverson glove side. The second shot and the second goal that has beaten Halverson glove side in today's game. Gives the Phantoms a 2-0 lead with 2:19 left to go in the first period. Excellent shot from Grans as he got that D-to-D pass at the blue line and made no mistake about it. Grans, his 4th goal of the season, 13th point in 28 games played. Yesterday's game against Utica had an assist, so someone that just continues to ride off the momentum. And speaking of momentum, as the Crunch control off the center ice faceoff, the Crunch are on a 4-game winning streak, but so far not found any sort of offense. Just 4 shots after a Crunch icing. 2:10 left in the first period. Shots on goal, Phantoms on top in that department, 13-4, as I just mentioned, for Syracuse. Another defensive zone faceoff for Syracuse. Boy, feel like I've been saying that a lot. Lehigh Valley just really bringing the pressure. Gardner for Lehigh Valley lines up across from Allard. As the puck is dropped, what they call a bit of a violation, so they blow it dead. But Donovan Ott started patting his chest, saying, "That's on me." So we'll do it again. 2:10 left in the first period. Syracuse controls off the defensive zone faceoff. Allard plays it up the near boards, all the way down to Lehigh Valley's corner, and it's an icing. Boy, that's been the story of this first period so far. The Crunch anytime they get it out of their zone, it's not off of lugging the puck out. It's from just kind of chipping and going. Lehigh Valley, on the other hand, has controlled pretty much this entirety of the first frame. Puck is dropped. Syracuse controls. Allard has it. Throws from near to far corner behind the net. Passes to Pouliot, who slings it down the length of the ice for another icing. Under 2 minutes to go. First period. The Crunch trying to make do with a little bit of a punctured lineup. Max Crozier was a game-time decision in today's game, then at the last second got ruled out. As well as you're also missing Houtanen, you're missing Dumont. So a lot of empty holes that Syracuse has to try and fill on the offensive side of things. Off the defensive zone face-off, Phantoms win it cleanly. They have to regroup back in their own end. Getting the red line and sending it in deep, Syracuse breaks it out from left to right. Up at the near blue line, McDonald holds the line well, gives it to Wilson. Passes across, a shot, just misses wide of the near post from Belpedio. Puck comes out towards the near blue line. Phantoms, would you know it, have possession. They go back in their own end. McDonald gains the near red. Nice shifty move from left to right against Fortier, but as he was trying to get around, Fortier held him. And so a penalty is called, but look out, down it the other way. Kessie and Bolton drop the gloves. They're chucking it. Kessie throwing some rights. Bolton as well. Bolton with a right. Another one. Ducks a right from Kessie as the Crunch crowd comes alive. Bolton still chucking. Kessie, he's not done yet either. Two big frames. Two big bodies going at it. They go all the way into the far corner where the referees break it up. And Upstate Medical University Arena has come alive. That's what guys like Cale Kessie will do. Lights a spark when they needed it most. And Sawyer Bolton for Lehigh Valley, son of Eric Bolton. 20-year pro career for him. Played for the Islanders, the Sabres, the Devils, and the Thrashers. And if you know anything about hockey, you know that Eric Bolton was a big enforcer. 654 games played, 1,421 penalty minutes. Yeah. So it definitely runs in the family for the Boltons. And obviously Cale Kessie not afraid to chuck him either. He's got 26 penalty minutes up until that last fight. But what's so funny about Kessie is he's won American Specialty AHL Man of the Year last season for the Wild for his outstanding contributions to the local community and charitable organizations. So Kessie is a great guy off the ice, but on the ice, man, you don't want to run into him. You don't want to make him mad because he's not afraid to drop the mitts and go at it. At center ice, delegating penalties, talking to Walcott and Wilson for either side. Jared Cummins, the lead referee, talking with either one. Now Walcott and Wilson make their way over towards their benches. Syracuse needs a spark. There's no doubt about it. Just over a minute left to go in the first period. Down 2-0 to the Phantoms. And just 4 shots for the Crunch so far this period. Parker Gahagan, remember him? He's down at the other end for Lehigh Valley. Hasn't seen a whole lot of action. But before that fight, we have to remember the Crunch are on the penalty kill after a hold from Gabriel Fortier. And so it's time for a recess coffee break as a shot from the far side from Avon into the glove of Halverson, who hangs on. So a 2-minute penalty for Fortier, along with the dueling 5-minute majors from Kessie and Bolton. 1:06 left to go in the first period. Defensive zone faceoff along the far dot for the Crunch as they win it. Carlisle slams it off the far boards, and out towards center ice it goes. Lehigh Valley passes back in their own end. Have to reset things with under a minute left. Andre lays a drop pass in his own end for Avon to bring it up through center ice. Over the blue line, chips it to Gendron. Across the grain pass to Andre. Back up to the point. Now slides it across. A shot from Avon into the breadbasket of Halverson, who hangs on for a whistle. Several big saves for Brandon Halverson, who stopped 12 of 14 shots he's faced in today's game. 1:23 left to go on the 48 penalty. 35 seconds left to go in the first period. Lehigh Valley controls off the offensive zone faceoff. Andre walks the blue line from near to far. Place it down low. Gendron in a foot race with Bisson. Gendron comes away with it out towards the blue line, and it just hops over his stick and out towards center ice. He has to play it back. 18 seconds left in the first period. 1:03 left in the 48 penalty. Andre maneuvers through center ice. Sets up shot. Swings it around to the far corner as Grans turns it over onto the stick of Bisson, who lifts it out towards center ice, as that will do it for the first period. 48 seconds left to go on the 48 penalty when we come back for the start of the second period. And so not only do the Crunch have to kill off the rest of this penalty, but they got to get to work on the offensive end. 2-0, only 4 shots for the Crunch in that frame as well. So definitely head coach Jules Bouchard will have to talk things over with his team, get them in the right state of mind. But Brandon Halverson for the Crunch has stopped 13 of 15 that he's faced so far. Coming into this matchup, Halverson, as I was saying, has been lights out. In his last game against the Marlies back on January 1st, stopped all 28 of 28 he faced. Earned his 4th shutout of the season. That's tied for first in the AHL. Not to mention a .937 save percentage and a 1.70 goals against average. And the 2 goals that he gave up weren't really his fault. Just a turnover on the first goal by Gendron. A bad pass from Fortier, hit off the boards and played out towards the slot. And Gendron made no mistake about it. And then on the second one, that just can't happen. Grans had a wide open lane as he went that D-to-D pass across. Grans had it, center point, nobody in front of him, and just let it rip past Halverson. And so that's where we stand, 2-0 in favor of Lehigh Valley after the first 20 minutes of play. All right, still a lot to go in this first intermission, but first we'll take a quick step aside. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Syracuse Crunch Hockey on ESPN Radio.